What's up, folks? Good morning. Jerky Jones here, another Vanlife video. So yeah, today, with the video I'm gonna show you, well, first, it's freezing out. It is absolutely freezing. It dropped to like 1 degree last night. So cold. I had to run the heater in the van for a little while. So I figured, what a better time than to make a video going over the inner workings of the van, how to get the heater going, how the water pumps work, how the stove works, how to get your fridge going, you know, all the essentials. We're gonna go over it. For any people that bought a van, a camper van, and they're kind of daunted or intimidated by how it all works, I figured, yeah, let's go over it and I'll show you guys so you can learn something. I just woke up 15 minutes ago, started up the van, cruised over to Tim Hortons there, and got my my morning nectar. So let's go. But the first thing before we get into all that is I need to vacuum this carpet because I spilt some oatmeal, and it just needs a good vacuuming. It's been a little while, so gonna do that first, then we'll get into it. All right. Hey, I'm gonna get a couple tokens and I'm gonna drive in there and use. How many tokens? I don't know. I want to use your vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaner? It's what, like a couple minutes per token or something like that?
I think so. Is it?
Okay. You know what? Give me 2 for now, and I'll see what that is. I'll come back in if I. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back. All right, so I'm just parked here in a parking lot. I'm going to go over the entire system of the van. May not be a video for everyone, but if you're looking to get into a van life or buy a van, a camper van, old, new, whatever, it can be a little intimidating. There's especially if you don't know or no one's there to show you, it's a little overwhelming. And I remember I bought the van and I didn't do anything like in terms of heat, water, power, none of that, because I was like, I don't really know. I didn't get the fridge going, stove going. Would have saved me a lot of hassle and kind of, I could have saved money by using my fridge and all that if I had found a video like this one online earlier. It's just, I didn't search super hard either. I probably could have found something, but I didn't feel like watching through 500 videos to find one that explained everything, you know. It's a lot of times. And then 2, you go to watch a video and they blabber on for 10 minutes before they actually do it, like I'm doing right now. So let's get into it. So there's really not too much to explain when it comes to the dash and all that. It's all basic standard car. But one thing that's kind of interesting is, see down here by the foot pads, by the gas and brake, there's this silver button. Push in on it with your foot, and that's your high beams. There's the lights normal. I come here, push this down. High beams. All right, first, let's pop the hood. It's right under the hose, where your little switch is. See, I have 2 batteries here. One is for running the power in the back. The other is for running the engine in the vehicles, getting it started, all that. This one's for the auxiliary kind of stuff in the back. So the light, the power bank, the running the pumps, all that stuff. You see these 2 wires. Where's the black one? There should be a black one here. Here we go. Oh! Need to do that. This is where you're gonna get your power for the whole van, okay? So I'm gonna hook this battery up just to show you how it works and the system works, but I'm not gonna leave this hooked up because otherwise it's just gonna drain my battery. Even if I'm not using stuff, it just kind of automatically drains it over time. I did kill another battery before. So you hook these up, which I'll show you, but you're gonna need a way to recharge this battery if you're using battery to power your van. Otherwise, like I said, there is a plug outlet So if you pull up to an area that's got a plug, like power, you can plug there and it's all good. You can use it forever. But if you're using a battery, you gotta have a way to recharge it. You're gonna need solar or an isolator, battery isolator, that uses power from here and lets the alternator recharge it when you're driving. But of course that doesn't, it only gets you so far. So anyways, I'm just gonna put them on kind of willy-nilly, half-assed. And remember, oh, it's not gonna reach over there. So looks like I'm gonna have to do it on this one. And remember, positive, red to red, black to black, negative to negative, red to red, positive, positive. Okay, I have them hooked up, there's power now. It should power in the back. Let's go take a look. All right, we have an issue. I totally messed up. This video just went to crap real quick, but I'm gonna continue on. I totally forgot. I was rewiring under that power box there a month or so ago with the help of my dad. He was on the phone, I was wiring, but because I wanted to get a solar system going and whatnot. So I was rewiring some stuff. So, excuse me, when I connected those batteries up front, I forgot that I had unplugged some wires from back here. So it doesn't exactly work right now. There's no power going to it. And I really don't feel like pulling it all out, rewiring everything back. It's too much for right now to just make a video. And yeah, just whatever. So anyways, I'm just gonna go along through the steps and we're just gonna pretend there's power in here, okay? It's all the same, everything's still the same. I'll still show you everything, it just won't turn on exactly. All right, so here's your power center, okay? This is the brains of the van. This is where it all begins, okay? So this is your meter to see if you got power. I don't, like I just explained, but if I did, I would push this button in, see? Push it in, and it would light up this green light, which means good. It'll light up. So, okay, we got power. We're good to go. This is a button that resets your system. So you can pull it out and push it in, and it resets. So green band means off, push on, pull off, okay? And there's your 12 volt for your regular. You can make your coffee or put your hair iron straightener in there or whatever. This is your fuses, okay? So when you hook up to power, if it's too much power, it could fry your system and really damage stuff. So you got these fuses here, and if there's too much power, the fuse will burn out and it will stop the continuous circuit and thus save your van. So sometimes you need to replace these. I'll show you how. Real simple. It's got an arrow to show you how to turn it out. And it says fuse. You just twist it, pull it out. There's your fuse. If it's not a good fuse, the middle will be burnt out. It'll be burnt right in that middle part. But this one's good. So we just put it back in and twist, and it's nice and solid in there. So that's that. This, when there's power, this is your water pump button. And we may as well start with that. So when you click it on, it goes, and it powers your pump, your water pump. Where's the water pump? Let's look. Here's my bed, and it's underneath. There's your water tank, all right? And the water pump I have right there. Kind of hard to see, but anyways, you fill this tank up, you hit that water pump, and it draws water from here into the pump. There's another hose under there, it broke, so I don't use it. Draws it all the way around, behind the scenes. It goes to the shower, and it also goes all the way along here, up to my sink, which is under here. And the water will be on and pumped, and you can turn this faucet, and it pumps the water right out. And the water goes into the sink, into the drain, and the drain goes down, and there is a gray water tank underneath. The water's pumping through. I'll turn on the faucet for the shower, and the water pumps up, out through the head, you can take a shower. In my last video, I explained that winter's coming. I don't have any water in here because I don't want it to freeze. I don't feel like dealing with it. And it makes the van really heavy when you fill that tank up. And yeah, I just use jugs of water to wash my dishes and whatnot. But that's how that works. You've seen the power bank. I'll just say too, this does come out. You can unscrew these 4 screws. It comes out if you need to change a wire, add something to it, whatever, it does come out. And 2, when you push this button and the power is all the way on, your lights will work. Okay? All right, so since we're in the van, I will cover the heating. Okay, it's super simple and easy to get the heat going. Here is your thermostat. All right, so the first thing you do when you have power, of course, is you turn it on. Okay, you turn the thermostat up to whatever you want. And once you turn it on, you'll hear a hum. You turn it on, it takes like 30 seconds, and all of a sudden you'll start to hear a hum. And that is our heater. The fan starts to go. And you'll feel the fan go. It'll make some noise. And you'll start to feel air blowing out of here. But there's no heat yet. So what you have to do is you come down here, you turn this to pilot, and you push this in, and it sparks it, and it starts the flame that's back in here. It'll start the flame, then you turn this to on, which it's on, that's as far as where it goes. You turn that to on, and in friggin' 2 minutes, you'll start to feel warm air pump out of here. It's really nice. And so you can do that at night. You put that back on or leave it off, whatever. And that's how you get your heat. Right? Easy peasy. I'm gonna turn it back off. Oh, and this pushes in. That's right. This is a little safety device so it doesn't start up on its own. And we're off. Just like that. Like for me now, because my power thing ain't working and stuff, I'll have to get that sorted out. Or you could just start the van up, let it heat up through the vents by the window. All right, so that was some of the inside stuff. I'm gonna show you, because I jumped the gun a little bit and we started up the heater. But there's something you got to do before that. You got to turn the propane on the outside, and you got to fill the propane up. This down here, see, here's the van. This is where you fill your propane up. You go to the gas station, they put a little nozzle here, they fill up your propane. This is a little release valve. But that is not all. Once you fill your tank up, you crawl under here, okay? Crawl under here, and you'll see the system here. Here's your tank. There's your fuel line for your tank. It goes to this, and these go to your different systems. So this one might go to the heater. This one probably goes to the fridge. And there's another one. Oh, that one probably goes to the fridge. This one probably goes to the water tank heater. This one probably goes to the heater in the van. So once you fill your propane up, you can come in here and you got to open it up. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay. Now I just opened it. Now there's propane running through the whole system. The van has propane. If I close it, righty-tighty, the van is cut off from propane. The propane stops right there. It's only in the tank. But we want propane, so we're gonna turn that on. All right. Easy, right? Yes. Now, right next to the propane tank is your exhaust for the heater that I showed, okay? This pulls out. You stick a hose in there, and you fill up your water tank. That's under my bed, under the couch there. When your water gets too full or it's getting winter time, you need to empty it, this is where you drain it. Right now, uh-oh, I just broke some of it. This thing, we're gonna have to fix this. There we go. That pops out and it'll start draining out. I have to reseal that up after. It happens. It's old plastic. Going along the side of the van. Remember I showed you the power from the battery? If you don't want to use your battery, this pops up. This pulls out. It only pulls out, you know, a couple feet. You hook an extension cord to that. The extension cord could go to a plug outlet, you know, at the side of the building. Sometimes there's little plug outlets at parking lots. Take your extension cord, stick it from there, stick it into there, and now your whole van has power as well. There's my gas tank. That's self-explanatory. Although I like it because it's got you gotta have a key. Now I can fill it up with gas. All right, I freaking hope I'm explaining this well. I hope it's kind of making sense. Of course, it doesn't help with no actual power, and I'm talking about power, but it's all good. Oh yeah, just for fun, the doghouse. I'll show you. If you ever need to take it off, super easy. You pull the carpet back. Oh, that clip disappeared. Oh, I lost my clips somewhere. I didn't put them back on, but anyways, there's little clips that hold this down just on the two sides. I honestly don't know where mine went. I swear I put them on. What the frig? Anyways, you unscrew them. It's just a clip that clips on here. You take that off, you take this off, and this thing just pops on out. It's a little bit of a pain, you know. You gotta pull it, jiggle it back and forth, and it's big, so you lift it up, way out, bring it into the back. That's how you get your doghouse off. It's really not too bad. Okay, so I am on the passenger side of the van now, just for your fridge. These little screws here, right there. You take a wrench or whatever, screw these off. All right, you got it screwed off. It just pops out like that. We'll set it down here for a second. Lovely. Okay, I forgot. There's not actually anything you need to do back here, but this is just good to know and see. This is a propane system for your fridge. Don't ask me the science behind it. I don't know how it works, but back under here is your little lighter. This section is where it lights up. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to light it. You don't do it from back here. You do it from inside on the fridge. So if you gotta replace anything, this is where you do it. Sometimes when you're driving, so I'll have the fridge going and the flame going, and you could drive around and everything. You don't have to turn the fridge off when you drive, it stays on. But every once in a while, it does go out when you're driving and stuff. So you will have to relight it. But anyways, I'm just gonna throw this back on. I just wanted to show you that. All right, we're here at the fridge. I just opened it. You're gonna get a real look at what real life is like, because this fridge, it's super cold when it's going, and it honestly, sometimes it freezes everything. And I've turned the gauge down to like 1, you know, and it's still super cold, and it freezes things, and then it thaws and it leaks. So look at, for some reason my soy sauce is leaking and it's creating a big mess in here. Lovely. But that is just part of the struggle, right? That's just how it is. Like, things happen. Not everything works out perfect all the time. How do we light this fridge? I showed you the back. It's super easy. You can either light it, there is instructions, but I'll just go over it anyways. You got your fuel selector, gas, electric. We're going gas, okay? Because that's all I have. It's not plugged in. The thermostat, this is your temperature gauge. 3, 2, 1, you want it real cold, you want it warm. In order to start it, the fridge, it has to be set to 4. These are your lighters. Push when lighting, super easy. And before I light it, I'll show you, there's this little, you can't see anything, it's dark. Right here, it's dark. There's nothing, but when it lights, it'll light up a little. You'll see a flame there. So let's see if we can get it going. Push one in, and I just give it a ton of clicks. And has it lit up? No. Sometimes I like just this one. Going yet? Yes, we have light. It is very hard to see. You can kind of see light back of it down there. It's on. The fridge is going. For crying out. All right, we're slowly making our way through the system. The stove, super easy. Probably the easiest thing here is here to get going. The propane going through the system. To do the stove tops, there's nothing really you gotta do. These are your gauges. That's for the oven, currently set to off. Off, off. Let's put this one on. And you just take your lighter. We have fire. Okay, and you can cook in your food. The stove. Now, you'll see my stove has a broken hinge, so I don't use it very often. I'm sure I could. To get the stove going, you got pilot, off, and your different temperatures, 150, 200, blah, blah, blah. You turn it to pilot, and there is a light. This thing back there, right back here, you take your, as a little pilot light, you take your lighter, stick it back here, like this, and you light it back there. And it will light up. You'll see a little blue flame. You close this. You give it a little bit of time to warm up, do its thing. And then you push in, turn it to whatever temperature you want. How you get your stove working. Or your oven, sorry. Easy. All right, the last thing I'm gonna show you, last couple things actually, is back here. Here's your plumbing for your shower and stuff. Okay. So we're at the very back of the van. Frig, it's super cold and windy out. It is like the worst day. It is not a nice day, but we're gonna make it happen. This is probably my least familiar. This is the area I'm least familiar with because I haven't used the shower, but when you got your water going with the pump, remember I showed you the pump? The water's coming through. This is how you turn it on. One of these is for your shower. Every system's gonna be a little different. You're gonna have to figure it out. You turn this, lefty-loosey. Now you got water coming up. One's for your shower, one's for your sink. Okay, and then your drain for when the water comes back down, it heads into the gray water tank. That might be your water heater actually. Yes, because it's insulated. Here's your tank for your gray water, and shower water comes in there. I'm just gonna close this even though I'm not using it, but just cause. And then you come over here, you undo this. Here's your heater for your shower, okay? Right back here at the back of the van. And it's very similar to your heater inside the van. So you got pilot, on, off. You turn your pilot on, okay? And here's your temperature gauge, hot, normal, warm. You can change your temperature. You get your pilot, what the fuck? Oh, there. You push this down, it lights that flame. When the flame is lit, I believe the flame's in there, you turn it. This, I was told, is a hose that pulls out, and that is for your sewage to empty your black water. I'm just gonna quickly show you those. So if you go to the back of the van and you crawl under, you will see there is drain here. This, I believe, is your black water, okay? And if you need to empty it, there's this handle here, and it pulls out, and out, fuck, I don't know if I picked that up. It pulls out, out comes the poopy water. And when it's done, you push it back in, you just closed it, okay? And then over here, you come over. See, here's another tank for some, that's probably your gray water. And you come over here, and it's the same deal. You got your thing there, you pull out, the water comes rushing out, push it back in, and you're good to go. See some plumbing here. Oh, frick. I'm so not great with this. This actually might be your black water. I don't know, you'll have to figure it out. Whatever your van is, you know, just take a poop, just pull this out, and if it comes out soapy, then it's dishwater. If it comes out brown and yellow, it's well, you know what it is. Oh, you know what, one last thing. I'm gonna climb up to the roof and show you the roof. Not really too much, but let's show you. I do not trust this ladder. I step on here, and I step on here. I will put a foot on here, but I don't put too much weight on this rinky-dinky little ladder. All right, let's climb up to the roof quick. This is the roof. That's your vent. There's an air fan in the inside. That's a little, like, I think a sewage vent or a shower steam vent. And then the top is our little, also another little vent. But this is the roof. You can put a little luggage here, something, chain it down. These aren't super strong. I wouldn't put anything too heavy attached them to it. And I accidentally just stepped on that and it came out. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little light for your, that's lovely. Another thing just broke off. You know, that's just little things like that. Okay, it's actually back in all right. I don't think it's going anywhere, this little thing. That's just, you know, I broke the little water drain thing there, and then that just came off, and hey, it's just how Vanlife is, you know, especially an old van. Not everything's super duper secure. I probably shouldn't have stepped on that little metal thing. Anyways, folks, man, what a crazy video. I did not go as I was planning, but I hope this was a good lesson. I hope you learned a lot. Okay, we didn't have power, but we still went over everything. You got the general idea, right? Now you know how things work, the system, the propane, the heaters, getting the fridge going, the stove going. Like I said, it can be a little overwhelming if you don't know, but now you know, okay? And think of it as fun. It's kind of fun once you get going. You feel like you're real smart once you figure it out. And, you know, once you got all your systems working, you're like, hey, I can do this, right? It's not that bad. It's not that tough. It just takes, you know, you just got to think a little, follow the pipes, follow the wires. You know, everything's got a start button and a turn off button. Yeah, it's really not too bad, and you're gonna need it. Trust me, life is a lot easier once you figure out how your van works, or your motorhome, or your RV, or whatever. You know, it adds a lot of comfort to the van. You know, I was going without the fridge, and I was eating out all the time because I couldn't have milk, I couldn't have vegetables or food, you know, to keep cold. And after a while, I was like, oh, I know, screw this. Like, it's getting so expensive. I gotta get this fridge working. So my buddy showed me, thank God, he has a camper RV, a really nice RV, or a camper trailer. So he showed me how it worked. It was awesome. Thanks, Reg. I owe you one, man. And yeah, so now I've been living with stove, fridge, some lights, stuff like that. Water if I wanted to. I could wash the dishes inside and, you know, have it a little more creature comforts. But I got it how I like it. It's working out well. So anyways, folks, if you like this video, if it helps you out, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. I just tried to wing it, man. It did not go at all like I was planning. I had this grandiose vision of, you know, oh, show them everything, it'll all be good, and everything, like nothing worked, but you get the idea. I'm sure you're smart, you could figure it out on your own vehicle. Anyways, that's Jerky Jones, Vanlife. Thanks for watching. You're the best. Peace out. Holy frig, it's cold out there, man. Got her maxed out heat. Oh yeah. Oh, feel the warmth. Time is it? It's 4:20.